Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today we're at the annual BMC and Leyland Show here at the British Motor Museum at Gaydon. So we're not going to go in every car, but we'll have a look at some of the various club stands and some of the individual cars that stand out. So come along for the walk around with me. So what is BMC and Leyland? Well, many of you will know, but some of you won't know. So BMC was formed with the amalgamation of Austin and Morris to form the British Motor Corporation, BMC. A little bit later on, they acquired Wolseley, Riley, Vanden Plas. And then in the 60s, there was the Leyland company, and that amalgamated with BMC to form British Leyland. And by that stage, they owned Press Steel to make the car panels. They'd swallowed up Triumph, which had in turn swallowed up Standard in the preceding years. And they'd even got their hands on Jaguar and Rover as well. So they had everything from the most basic Austin, which was the sort of cheaper brand, and Morris, right through to Vanden Plas, and then the real luxurious brands of Rover. And then we really get luxurious with Jaguars. So we've got a bit of a cross-section of all of those marks here today. But of course, British Leyland was dissolved under Margaret Thatcher's Conservative government. A chap called Sir Michael Edwards was brought in from South Africa. He changed the name to Austin Rover. That in turn, in the late 80s, became Rover Group with its acquisition by British Aerospace. And then of course, BMW owned it from 94 to 2000, and it ended up becoming MG Rover in 2000 and defunct in 2005. So just because this is the BMC and Leyland show, we have got cars from the 1980s, Austin Rover, Rover Group, 1990s, and MG Rover cars from the 2000s. So we've got a pretty broad selection here. It's not all cars from the 60s and 70s. So if we spin round, the first thing if we're starting at the museum entrance, the first thing we're confronted by, or not confronted, but got in front of us, is an enormous amount of BMC 1800s. So this of course was another isogonist design, very similar configuration to the 1100 and 1300, and of course that took a lot of inspiration from the Mini. So we've got front engine, front wheel drive. Of course the difference here is we've got the BMC, the very strong BMC B series engine up front. The Wolseley versions are obviously a little bit more plush in their finish, and that's what we're seeing first of all. There's a Morris 1800 there, which my friend James owns, one very similar, and uses it very regularly. And then we've got an Austin, so we've got Austin, Morris and Wolseley variants of the 1800. There's a police version there. There is a rally one as well, not sure if that's here. But yeah, really nice to see all these 1800s lined up together. I don't think I've seen as many as this all together before, but yeah, they're very, very nice car, very, very good handling, because they've got a very wide track. So they were used, and they do lend themselves very well to rallying. So really good to see so many. I haven't counted them, but there's a lot here, a lot of 1800s. Of course, it wouldn't be a British car show without a plethora of MGBs. We've got a very nice white BGT there. And then this looks like an Austin Apache.
Yeah, they did the 1800s.
That's interesting. I think that's a South African car. I might be wrong there, so someone will no doubt correct me. So the owner of this car just called me back, not to correct me, he wanted to show me a couple of bits. Very interesting gentleman. He was an engineer at Longbridge and Canley. But yeah, this lovely letter about the original owner of this car. They wrote him a very polite letter to say the seats couldn't be delivered in black, so he had to have navy blue. But really, really interesting conversation about all the development and kind of problems and warranty issues of all of these cars. It's very interesting to hear. But sadly didn't want to be interviewed. Another Apache there by the looks of it. And we've got this little collection. Then we got to this ZS, didn't we, at the back there. We've got another little collection around the Peter Best Insurance area. What has caught my eye is this Allegro. It's a fairly late one. but it's got this limited edition with this lovely stripe down the side, lovely blue. I don't quite know the colour, but it really is very nice indeed. And that's interesting. Next we've got a Morris 1300, so it's the ADO 17, but it's an estate version. And I don't think I've ever seen one of those like that before. And that's a lovely colour with a kind of Formica wood effect strip down the side. Beautiful interior. I think pretty Morris it'd be a single carb, but twin carbs on those cars make for a very pleasant experience, I believe. So we've got a few more bits and bobs around here. A very nice Harvest Gold Mini. That's the sort of car I like. And then we've got a lot of cars here, so you can see why I'm not going to go around every single one. Just have a look at these Metropolitans. They're always very interesting looking things. We got 4 Austin Metropolitans. Isn't that lovely? That one, I think I've seen this before, maybe the NEC. It's a beautiful looking thing. And then we've got some other little bits and bobs down here. So we've got some A70s, I think, and we've got a Atlantic, I think, possibly that one. More Austins here, Austin 16. And now I get a little bit excited because I've got a bit of a soft spot for standards. So we've got a standard Vanguard. I don't know if we've got another Vanguard there. Let's see if we've got any 8s or 10s. They're the ones I really like. There's a couple of vintage standards there. Companion. That's an estate version of the 10. And then we have got another Vanguard. And then we've got a little 8. Here we are. I do like these. I think they're very cute little cars. They're sort of standards equivalent to the A35. Not as small as an A30, but good looking things. So I've just meandered into the Triumph area. Lovely, friendly show. I keep bumping into people that I know, and that's why classic cars and older cars is such a good hobby, because you make so many friends and acquaintances. It's that's if you're worried about coming to car shows, then do kind of try and get over your reticence and come along, because it's good for you. It really is. That Herald Saloon is got a bit of patina, but I really like that. Triumph Renown next to that, and then we've got this rather nice, almost like biomorphic green TR7. I think we've seen this blue Dolomite before. We have. I think we saw it at Coventry the other week. And then we've got another Stag, and then a 2000 or 2500 actually, that one. That's a Vitesse convertible. I do love the fronts on the Vitesses. They're really, really very nice indeed. More 2000s, and it's a TR8, so that's got a Rover V8 engine in it. And that looks very much like it's a British Racing or Brooklands green. Yeah, that's probably not original colour. That's more of a Range Rover colour, I would say. But you always get a few of these. There's a few on the road still. Dolomite's lovely in that sort of cream colour. And we've got an Acclaim. We do like an Acclaim. That's very clean.
Thank you.
Very nice indeed. And then we've got a Spit. Then Astra snuck into the Triumph somehow. Don't quite know how that's happened. And we've got a 2500 Estate. So you don't see many of these. Gentleman's either breaking into it or trying to fix it.
It's mine.
Another Vitesse. Let's have a look at the deck. We can actually have a look in the interior. So they're parked nose front, which is a bit strange, but yeah, look at that lovely Motolita steering wheel. Another Spit, later one with the 1500 engine. That 1360, I used to get a lift to school in a 1360 saloon in this exact colour. That's good. Now, GTC, now I know a young man who's doing one of these up. He's doing a full body off restoration, and we're hoping to bring you a couple of episodes on that at some point. It may actually be restored in our unit, so we're bring you some more GT6 action fairly soon. Another Dolomite there, 1850 or 1500. Another Spitz. I do hanker after another Triumph, and walking around this section is probably not a good idea when I'm trying to sell a few cars. But another GT6, that's beautiful. Look at that. Another Spitz. Oh, Mimosa yellow Dolomite Sprint. How much do I like that? Can I drive it home? That's beautiful. Got a CD player in, but an older CD player. Isn't that lovely? These things are an absolute hoot to drive. Very twitchy in the back end. I know a couple of people who've had them, and they've actually put large council paving slabs in the boot just to give a bit more weight over the rear axle, to stop the rear end kicking out. But yeah, they can be tuned as well. They're very lively little cars. Another 2000 estate, so that's interesting to see a couple of those here. And then we've got a little lineup, Mimosa yellow TR7, then that green again. I'm not sure that's an original colour on those. I've got a feeling that's a Nissan colour. Another one there. We've got a fair few of these here today, which is really good. And we've still got a fair few cars. Another one in that colour. There we are. So really colourful lineup of TR7s. Brown one there, that's lovely, that colour. Look at that. And that car's 50 years old by the looks of it, because it's got happy 50th birthday written on it. So N-Reg says 1974, there we are. Happy big milestone, but hopefully it's around in another 50 years time. So beautiful TR5 there. So this is the same body as the TR4 and TR4A, but with the Triumph straight six 2.5 litre engine in. These are, yeah, probably, don't know, I like the TR6s as well. Got another Herald and another GT6. Look at that. Look at that very practical bonnet, and there's that lovely Triumph straight six engine. That's the 2 litre straight six in those. We've then got a bit of a Land Rover thing going on over here. So we've got interesting Defender there with open top, and then we've got a Mark 1 Disco 1, and we've got some various Range Rovers. So we've got some sort of modern stuff here. There's a police one down there. We'll have a look at those, the Allegros and that Marina in a sec. We can't go to a show and not look at Marinas and Allegros. That's very bad. But lots of Range Rover classics. And there's the lovely 2-door, so the original type of Range Rover. These fetch an absolute fortune now. Of course, these are beloved by the late Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. Yeah, there's a garage just outside Oxford, and they've got a few of these for sale, and they are mega bucks. They really are. We've got Allegro, Montegos behind us. I'm going to come back to that because there's a lot of Montegos here. An Austin ambulance. But I want to just have a look at these. This little selection here. This is quite semi-pornographic for me, actually. Allegros. Hopefully there's an Ital as well. Allegros, Marinas, and maybe an Ital. There we are. Look at that spacious, capacious engine bay. What else do you need? A brown Allegro with a kind of beige interior. Absolutely fantastic. And we've got a beige Allegro with a brown roof. That's really good. Sorry. Sort of gold, very late Allegro 3 in a kind of gold colour. That's very pleasant. Yeah, just look at the sort of changing face here. You've got Allegro 2 and Allegro 3, I think. We've got another Marina. Ooh, several of Marina Coupe there. You can see the slightly different 2 doors and slightly different back. Another Marina, and then we've got an Ital. Oh yes, we found an Ital. So pretty much the same car, just slightly different styling, but Look at those orange seats. Aren't they fantastic? And that's very nice. Is that tobacco leaf or harvest gold? But yeah, another Marina coupe. Then we've got this. Did we see this at Bicester the other day? I think we might have done. So it's the Marina pickup, which I'd never seen before. Now I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's the same car I saw a few weeks ago. Orange, lovely. So I've got a nice little selection of Marinas, Itals, and Allegros. So it's maybe not for everyone this corner, but certainly it's for me. Oh look, another pickup. Let's have a quick look at that. British Leyland Motor Corporation Special Tuning Department, Abingdon-on-Thames. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that absolutely lovely? So as usual, a good selection of Fs, TFs, Minis. There is a Dutch ZR here, which I'm going to have a little look at. So it's a 3-door 160 in trophy blue, and they'd come all the way from Holland. Yeah. I'm going to have a chat to the owner. So the 800 represented, as good as Dan's car as well, so we know that car, but yeah, good selection of 800s. We've got some 600s as well. We know this car because it's an Aylesbury car. Maybe one day the owner will let me drive it, but it's nice to see a big lineup of 600s, so we'll just have a chat to the owner of this one. Yeah, so these are cars that really are, they've got a good following, but look at this, we've got, I don't know, quite a few Montegos parked up, which is great because of course this year is the 40th anniversary of the, although Maestro vans are always worth having a look up. They're for me, very iconic because they were the sort of van of choice of BT and British Gas back in the 1980s, along with the Marina van, of course. But just look at this amount of Montego. So there was a gathering at Cowley back on Drive It Day, and there was a few Montegos there, but this, I've never seen so many. I'm hoping my mate Bob's is here as well. I'm just going to he said he was coming, but, oh, MG Montego Turbo, that's a quick car. Look, I've not seen this many Montegos together ever, to be quite honest. And look at the wheels on that. That's very, very 1980s Austin Rover. Here is Bob's Montego. Hello, there's another YouTuber there who I know. So Bob, I haven't seen Bob, but I will have a catch up with him in a minute. But these are lovely, aren't they? So yeah, we're going to do a video on this car at some point when he's got it fixed up. I'm excited to get out in that because it's a bit of a naughty Montego, that one. The later one's very nice with the sort of more flat front. I think this one might have been for sale recently, so I'm not sure. And we've got this one's now a Maestro, but it's a Maestro Turbo, so that's again very, very quick, desirable car. Same with these, and then but it's Tanya. I think it's Tanya's car. It is. Looks like Tanya in there. So there's Tanya's. Tanya's massively into Maestros, and of course it's Tanya who organises the meet-up at Cowley on Drive It Day. So nice to see her in her car. So just wandering into another slightly pornographic area. So R rating for this bit, but yeah, we've got some rally spec Mini Cooper S's, which is yeah, always nice to see these. Look at these little growly little rascals they are, and that's quite a good shot actually. We've got a modern, very modern BMW Mini behind with the original Cooper S in front, so you can really appreciate the size difference there. But aren't they lovely? Just absolutely love looking at these things, and yeah, look at footage online of these actually winning Monte Carlo back in the 60s is quite something. We've got some more kind of motorsport variants here. So Maestro that's looking very beefy on those wheels. So it's got something something tweaked with the suspension there. We've got a B, and then we've got another 1800. We've got two 1800s actually, so we've got, no, three. We've got several. So these are the kind of the competition and motorsport variants of all the common cars we've seen today. Yeah, several 1800s. We've got a Metro there, and then we've got something really nice. We've got a Vanden Plas. So this is a 3-litre Princess. Of course, the last car to wear the Vanden Plas name as just a standalone mark before it became a sort of trim level of other Rover Group and British Leyland products. Austin Princess, I think. No, Wolseley. Sorry, that's another Vanden Plas. Is that a 4 litre? Just let the gentleman take a photograph.
3 litre.
It's a 3 litre. Well, I don't think we've got a 4 litre here, but we did see one the other week at.
Isn't that a 4 litre?
That's a 3 litre as well, that one. But just look at all these lovely specimens. So the Farina designed. Austin's, another Westminster there. Big old cars. They, you know, these would have been big cars at the time. You compare it to the sort of A30 and A35 that would have been on the roads at a similar time, and they're tiny. Morris Oxford, of course, ubiquitous styling, same as the Morris Carriage. They're all the same car, just badge engineering at its finest. This is a very, very early Cowley built 75. That's pretty specced up, so it's not got a 5-button dash, which is what we MG Rover fanatics kind of look for straight away. We always look at that dash, see how many buttons they've got, but we can tell it's Cowley. So we've got the black kind of trim around the bottom of the bumper. We've got black sills. But yeah, that's a really early one, very in Wedgwood as well, so it's very attractive. SD3, so 213, 216, another ADO 17 MG version. Austin Maxi, so it's nice to see those. We've seen a lot of Allegros and Marinas just now, but this first Maxi we've seen today. That Metro's lovely as well. So we've got a bit of a more modern thing here. We've got Adam's Spectre 75. I was just chatting to Adam first thing this morning. Hello. And we've got, is this Gonzalo? Yeah, Gonzalo's P5B. I won't dwell on that car too much. I actually haven't seen those guys yet. I don't know where they are. SD1, we've got an F. 2 something. Is it a VI? It's a 3-door. Don't know, doesn't say. Could be, it could well be a VI with those wheels. Not a lot else to give it away. ZTT is very nice in Le Mans green. Just look at the colour of that. That's really quite splendid. Moonstone Cowley built 75 V6 there. And we've got, is this Maria's car? Can't tell. I think so. I think it's Bridge. Next to a also very nice 75. So we've got some more modern stuff here, and then we've got a load of ambassadors or princesses, to call them what you will. And we've still got a lot to get around, so we're not going to cover everything. I was going to flip past these. Morris wedge there. Good selection. MG Magnet there, that's nice. That's the Westminster style Magnet. Another Vanden Plas, and then oh, that's interesting. There's like an Austin Land Rover type thing. That's very. I do know in the back of my mind about these cars, but those facts escape me right at this very minute. Blue MGC looks very nice, and little midget. Next, we've got some Rileys. So of course, these were slightly. It was quite a sort of sporting mark when it first came out, so very similar to MG really, and obviously it gradually got softened as it got amalgamated into BMC and obviously British Leyland. But nice little line of midgets as well. I'm going to dive through here because I've got so many cars to to get around, and there are some that I do want to pick out. We'll come back to those in a sec. Got the sort of the Rover coupes here in 200, so this is the 200 and 400 club. So well, that 400 looks very nice. That's a 416, I think, with a Honda D series under the bonnet there. That's very nice. ZS 180. And that ZS is for sale. More. Yeah, I'll have a chat with these guys. So we've got a few Streetwises here. So there's Richard's Ski Blue. We've got Tony's car. So Tony's the City Rover we saw. Well, you haven't seen the video on that yet, but there's a video coming up on Tony's City Rover. Here's Richard from MG Rover Unsung Midlands. Probably got that the wrong way around, but so many things to remember. And then we've got another, don't know this Streetwise, but it's got the rear light protector, which is very nice.
We're after those.
Yeah, oh yes, yes. It's Teresa, yeah, you. So it's very, it's taking me a while to get around because I'm seeing so many people I know, which is fantastic. But we've got a lovely lineup of
nice one,
200s. Yeah, so here, of course, is Smashing Pistons 216 Rover Lotus. So do check Simon. I'll put a link to Simon's video or channel in there. Interesting parking. We've got 216 next to an E-Type, so very, very similar in terms of specification. And this looks interesting because it's an AC Cobra, and that's particularly special. And next to a B, and we got another Maxi. Look at this, 3, 4 Maxis all lined up. A mental image of Basil Fawlty thrashing his Maxi with a branch from a tree. Very nice royal blue ZTT there. That's pretty good. Got James's mini pickup. It's quite a special thing. Metro pickup. What am I saying? Not a mini. It's a Metro. Look at that. Look at that rear. And then we've got good. There's a Jake and John's ZR there. We've got a few Metros. Amaranth Metro over there. Very nice. Very nice looking thing. We've got, good lineup of Metros and 100s here. There's Reese's Diesel, the one that nearly caught Joseph Lloyd out. Just look at this. We're going to wheel our way around here because we've got a massive lineup of a favourite car of mine just round this corner. So we're going to have a little look at that. But just look at all the Metros that have come today. And a Vanden Plas 1500 sneaking on the end there. But if we just go round here, we've got a load of BORMs. So we've got 14. There's some more stuff there. We've got some Austin 3 litres and Austin Ambulance, and then we've got some Freight Rovers. Quite a lot of Freight Rovers actually, and then we'll have a wander up there in a sec. But look at all the BRMs. We've got real selections. We've got some of the press cars. So Beadles, Dartford, the WAM registered cars are the press cars. Helicopter, very classic helicopter, very old. It's Tony's, which is just lovely. That's one of my favourite BRMs going, that one. Yeah, very good turnout for the BRMs. Yeah, so the Rover Coupe Owners Club is very, very well supported. There's always a very good attendance. Yeah, very active club indeed. And we've got this massive lineup of them down here, so I'm going to breeze past. We've still got quite a few cars to have a look at. So if I have missed your car or skip past it, then I do apologise. But these bigger shows are well covered by Joseph Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Yeah, so very, very good lineup. We've also got a very good lineup of minis, which is commonplace. This is the standard of the Mini 40 register. We've got a bit more Triumph action. We saw a lot of Triumphs earlier in the video, but we've got the Triumph Sports 6 register parked up over here. So we've got a massive selection, all basically sportier Triumphs, so loads of 2000s. And then we've got some TRs. So TR250, the American spec TR5. Oh look, there's another YouTuber.
YouTuber might know.
What's that YouTuber?
What's this TR here?
4A 255. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at the back. So Simon from Smashing Pistons. It's a 4A.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there we are.
Rob from Beard and Bank.
Yeah, lots of Triumphs. Again, it's very active club. Another one in that colour, that almost biomorphic colour. We've got some more things to look at around here. It really is. I thought it was smaller than last year, but looking at this, it's perhaps not. So we've got a bit of a lineup of ADO 17s. Got a very nice lineup of vintage Austins here. So this is the Austin 10 register. That's funny. So yeah, really nice lineup. Obviously my Austin 12.4 is still lying, not doing very much. There's the trouble with having too many cars. I was saying, had this conversation with someone a minute ago. You've got too many cars, you lose focus on them. But we've got a big lineup of SD1s, and there's a lot of Vitesses here. I think we know this one here, and we know this one here as well. We definitely know this one here. We see that quite a lot. That's my favourite colour on SD1, Moonraker Blue. And we've seen that one before with that slightly different badge on the front. That one's also got the slightly different badge. Now I'm going to just divert here because we have got a big Healy with blue over white. Well, that ignition blue ZS 180 Mark II is very attractive. Don't know if the owner's sitting there, but I didn't say that compliment just because they were. But I do like an ignition blue ZS 180 Mark II. They are very nice. But look at this. We have got a lot of miners over there. I'm not going to go around them because I'm trying to keep this to one part. But that is a beautiful thing. That is really, very nice indeed. That's a very, very good looking car. If only I had the money, I would seriously like one of those. And then we're up into the top car park now. So we've got our various mix of marks here. White Rover 100 is nice. That's very yellow, that yellow MGB. That's a very late Project Reggie. That's Jake's old car. That's a very late 25. I'm not sure how I feel about facelift 25s. Yeah, not overly keen. Not A30. That's very pretty, and a well patterned brown. This Allegro I recognise. I do recognise this, but yeah, that to me is just the perfect Allegro. Brown, slightly patterned. Really quite nice actually. And we've got damask red BGT. Another Healy 3000, a bit muddy that one. It's the muddiest one I've seen. Normally they're pristine. And we've got a TF. Always get plenty of the classic TFs. Look at these shows. Morris Minor, and then a little green. I do like that shade of green, it's very nice. A ZT of some description. And a Platinum 75. We'll just thread ourselves through here. Because we've got some more. Monogram ZTT. I do recognise it. I can't think who owns it. We've got Cowley, two Cowley built 75s, and then a couple of, so that'll be an early Longbridge car. That's Paul's 75 Tourer. That's very, very nice in that colour. And a brown P6. Who doesn't like one of those? Royal blue ZT of some sort. Is it Moonstone, I think? There's Tom from Tom Drives his 75 diesel. Another diesel Tourer there. Then we've got a car we know. We've got Captain Sensible, so Becky and Glyn's ZT 160, so 1.8 turbo. And then we've got my Biomorphic. Austin Westminster, another Rover 100, another Radio 17. And then we've got 3 Jags have come in, so these are all all XKRs. Yeah, I know the owners of all of these ones, so I won't dwell on those cars just now. So a couple of kind of pretty standard minis and a very modified K-Series modified. Here we are. So this is what the K-Series looks like in a club and fronted mini. So you can squeeze it in. And it's a VVC as well, so 143 to 170 brake horse mini. That's going to be quite a hoot to drive, I'd have thought. Yes, sneaking in there as well. That's very clean. That British Racing Green ZT, that's extremely clean.
Yeah.
So we've got the final few cars. So we've got a load of Bs parked up over there. Land Rover, Freelander 1. We've just got a nice, the first RV8 we've seen today. So normally we see loads of those, but only one today. Another Herald, that's very nice, that one. And then a Mini with a little trailer on the back, isn't that lovely? So Mini Woody with a wooden trailer. And a few more Fs and TFs. So a really good selection of British, especially on the sort of Austin Rover side. Stephen's F there, and Stephen and Mrs. Stephen. And the usual selection, another A30 to finish. So there we are. We've got a bit of a mixed bag here. So it's always a good show, the BMC and Leyland Show here at Gaydon. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button with bell notification if you don't already do so. Don't forget to hit like, drop a comment down below, especially if I made a mistake, which I probably have. And I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.